Hello everyone, welcome to TeQSpoc. My name is Anuj Kumar, Java trainer, having a 5+ years of IT experience. This is a core Java system 10. In today's class agenda, we will discuss what is package, what is inheritance and access specifier. Inheritance is the in OOPS we have four pillars. The one pillar is inheritance. Okay, so we will discuss about inheritance here. Now, what is a package? A package is nothing but a file or folder where we means in your system, your PC, you know what is folder. Inside the folder, we have different types of files. Similarly, in the programming language, we have package. Inside that package, we have different classes. We kept different classes inside this package. So that is the package. Package is nothing but a file and folder where we keep our class in organized manner. A package in a Java is a namespace that organizes a set of related classes or interfaces. Conceptually, it is a similar to the folder in your computer that group related to files and together. Like, let me first. Okay, what is the purpose of package? To avoid the name conflict. Okay, if two classes are of same name, or then put them in different package, and then you can access and control the access. Okay, make the search basically when the something is under, like in computer we have drive A, drive B, drive C. Okay, inside drive A, drive C, we have different types of files. Okay, and inside, okay, so that's where there are packages. So it is very easy to search, locate, and use the classes or group related activity we can perform. Like, hmm, like the first is in the sense, this is our basically a project 5. Okay, inside the project 5 src we have one package this, and we can also create one package here and go to new. First create a one package name is right, PAC module module 1. Okay, this package name. Okay, module 1. Inside that module 1, we have created one class, that is class A. Let's create a class with the name A. So we have created one class with the name A. Okay. One more thing, class can be public or default, but class cannot be private and protected, because this you see private and defected are basically disabled. So class can be public or default only, not a private or protected. Okay, this this point you should keep note, because in interview they will ask, tell me, can a class can be private or protected also, or in then you will say the class will be only a public or default, cannot be private or protected. Okay, finish. So we have created one class which is under the package module. Okay. Now there is second package project 5. Inside the project 5, I will create one more class, that is a class B. Uh, Class B. Okay. So there are two classes. Class A is under module 1 package. Class B is under a project 5 package. Okay. Now how to access one class from one class or another class. Okay, like I want to this is like a is our PARE at the parent class. Okay, A is a parent class which is under one package, and B is our child class which is under another package, which is under different package. Okay, now I want to import the parent class, like public string name equal to Anuj. This is one name, and the one method public void test is one method where I will print something as y as you take. That is, this is a class. It is a parent class. PARE or parent class. Okay. So that when we print the statement, we can understand. This is a parent class in one module, and now this is a child class on a different package. Now I will create main method here. Main method inside a child class. Create the object. Okay, huh. For they are different package. Okay. you want a child class to access the parent class, you have to use what? Extend keyword. EXTENDS extend and parent class name. So in this way, we are generally accessing. And now we have to import this because they both are in different packages. Now the for importing the class A, we have to write a one sentence here, that is import. Import means import. Then package name is module, M-O-D-U-L-E, module one, dot, class name, that is A. Okay. In this way, we have imported the class A, which is in module one. Okay. This is the first way of importing the class, and there is one another way of importing the class automatically, like here, click here, move your mouse to class A. It was asking import a class. By clicking, you can import in this way. And another way of importing class, click here, control plus your number key one, click. You can also see import, click here. So these are the two way of importing the class which are under a different package. Okay. So understand how we are importing the two different classes which are in different package. The class A, which is parent class in module package number this module one, and class B in different module, that is project 5. Now we can import the class with the help of extend keyword. From class to class, we will import with the help of extend keyword. And from interface to class, we will use implements keyword. Okay. In this way, now we have created the main method. Now creating the object B1 equal to new B B1 dot test, control plus save run. So in this way, we are accessing the members of the parent class. That is, this method is returning parent class A. So the output is parent class A here by running this. Similarly, we can access the variable SYSOUT system dot out dot print. Sorry, v1 dot name, variable name was name. Okay. Control S, save, and F11 to run. So we can also access the variable, that is Anuj. Okay, variable that is Anuj. So in this way, we have access the members of the parent class, that is variable. Is variable is name, and the method test, which is returning parent class. When we have run this method, we are getting, okay. In this way, we are accessing the members of parent class which are in different package. Okay. So this is basically a okay. Now, if one interview question will be asked, like here we have the test method. Okay, method is test. Okay. Here also I have created one more method with the method with the name test inside a child class, like public while test. Okay. The same method with the same name. And by here I will print yes by SOUT and let right, uh, this is a class B method. Okay. And with name is test. Here class A. Also there is a method with the name test, and I will write this is a class B. And this is a class A method. Now the interview asks you by giving this scenario. Hmm. The interview will ask, if I create the object here of object of child class here, b1 equal to new b, and write b1 dot test, b1 dot test, then which method is called? Okay. Then what is your answer? You can comment down below which method will be called. Let's see which method will be called. If we have, you can see, when we create the object of b class, then when we call b1 dot test, which class object we have created, the same class method will be called. Okay. This is the point you have to know, remember. Whichever class object we will create it, the same class method will be called. Okay. If the both class method are same. method name are same. Similarly, if we create a method of create an object, sorry, this is an object. When we create the object of class A, that is A1 equal to new A. Now I have created the object of class A. Now I will write A1 dot test. So now in this here I have created the object of class A, and this reference variable dot test. This will basically call this method A class A method. Okay. Now let's run the program. See, it is calling the class this. This is the basic interview question. This means generally it is asked more than 2 years or 3 year experience, but it is also asked if you are 1 year experience also. Okay, so remember this. Now moving to our next point. So clear everyone? Okay. Now, mm, package. So different types of package. There are built-in package like java.util.io. Okay, these are different types of package and predefined package which we have just created. And that is the user defined package. Okay. Now we basically this package which we have created is user defined, which we have created. Okay, and some package which are already present inside a Java, that is the predefined packages. Okay, like java.util, java.io, java.lang, है ना? Now moving to the next topic, that is inheritance in Java. Okay, what is inheritance? Basically, inheritance is one of the most important pillars of the OOPS, that is object orientation programming language. Okay, so inheritance is a mechanism in a Java by which one class is allowed to inherit the property or field or method of another class. The same thing which we have seen, that is the example of inheritance. Okay. So, and with this type of example, that is single level inheritance. So, what happened in Java? It is possible to inherit the attribute property method of one class in another class. That means parent class attribute property method variable you can copy in the child class. That is called inheritance. Okay, and the same things this thing which we have done here means we are copying this parent class variable method in the child class. This is called inheritance, and this inheritance is basically known as a single level inheritance. Single level inheritance. This is a single level inheritance. What is single level inheritance? If we copy the parent class variable method in a child class, then it is a single level inheritance. Okay. So inheritance is a mechanism in which one class inherits the attribute or method to another class. Okay. So parent class you can also call as a super class also. Parent class also known as super class, and your child class is also known as a subclass. For inheritance, use of extend keyword is mandatory. Why? Because we are importing from parent class to child class. Okay, from class to class, we have to use extend keyword. Okay, if we do not want one class to inherit the property of another class, if we do not want that this class, that is parent class property, will not be copied in the child class, then you can make the class as a final. Okay. If you make the class as a final, then you can see now you are getting the error. Means you now you cannot copy the parent class property in the child class. You will get an error in this way. We are getting the errors. Okay. This is the basic one more interview point of we are getting Java lang error. Okay, this is a predefined package lang. We are getting unresolved without error. Okay, so these are the predefined package. Okay, so this is so there are five types of inheritance. That is a single level inheritance, The first example which we have just seen is a single level. Means we are copying a one class attributes in a parent class attribute in a single child class, that is a single level inheritance. Okay. Now TYPS types of inherit inheritance. We have first, that is a single level, SING, a single level inheritance. Okay, where we have seen one parent class, we copy its method and attribute in a one child class. Okay, this is a single level inheritance. Okay, now then we have a multi-level inheritance, multi level. In multi-level inheritance, what will happen? We have a class A. We copy its method and attribute to a class B, that is a child class. Then again, we copy the method and attribute of the child class B into the next subchild, that is a class C. Then it is a multi-level inheritance. Why it is multi-level? Means parent class A, method and attribute we have copied in the child class. Now again, this child class have the subchild, means grandparent. Now this grandparent is basically acquiring the method, acquiring the power property of their parent, and this parent is acquiring the power and property of his grandparent, his parent. Okay, so this is basically called a multi-level inheritance. Then we have uh, third. This is basically second. This is second. Then we have the third inheritance, that is called hierarchical. HIERACHIC, hierarchical inheritance. In what happens in hierarchical inheritance? You have a one parent class. There you have a one parent class, that is A. Okay. Then there will be two child class. Okay, there will be two child. These two child class, basically class B and class C. This both child class basically inherit the property of the parent child class. So this is basically known as a hierarchical. Means one parent have two child, then it is a hierarchical. Okay, these two child. Okay, so that is a hierarchical. Okay, then we have a fourth is multiple inheritance. Multiple. MULTIP, multiple inheritance. So what happen in multiple inheritance? You have a two parent class. That is a class A is a one parent. Okay. Then class B is another parent, and these two parents have one child class. That is this child class C. Okay. So in multi-level inheritance, you have a two parent, that is class A, class B, and one child. Means two. Okay. So child C is basically inheriting the property of the parent A, parent B. Means parent A is a father, parent B is a mother. Then this is a child C. So child C is basically inheriting the property of mother and father both. This is a multi-level inheritance. So in Java, multi-level inheritance is basically not supported at the class level. At the class level, you cannot create a multi-level inheritance, but in the interface level, you can create a multi-level inheritance. Okay, interface level you can get multi-level inheritance. Okay, these are now last inheritance is fifth one, that is the hybrid. Hybrid is basically a combination of all the above. Is a combination of all above. Means here you can inherit it from you can from inherit from class inherit from class and inter in sorry INTER interface both. Okay, at the same time. Okay, here we will inherit from class and interface both. Okay, so when we study the interface, then we will see what is multi-level inheritance and what is a hybrid inheritance. Here up to this Means up to till now we have studied the class. So here we will study single level, multi-level, and hierarchical. Okay. In class, multiple inheritance is not supported. When we study interface, there we will see how the multiple inheritance is supported inside interface and how we will get hybrid interface. Okay. So this all you have to remember this all point because this is an interview. They will ask what is multi-level, what is this, what is this, what is inheritance. Then you have to answer the above point. Okay. Now I will remove the final. So we have seen a single level inheritance. Okay. Now what I will do, class B. I will close this class. Class B is here. I will also remove this class. Okay. Now this is a class A, that is a test, and here is something. Okay. Now I will create one more class here. Sorry. And this is a module. Okay, module have one class. This is the parent class. Okay. Now I am telling you about the multi-level inheritance. So what is multi-level? One parent class have the child, and child had a sub-child class. That is a multi-level inheritance. So this is A is a currently a parent class. Now I will create a child class, that is a B class B class B. Okay. Now class B is basically a child class which will extend extend ext and dextend class A. Okay. Now this is a child class. This is basically extending this. And now I will create one more method inside the class B, that is a public void test uh, 2. And this is a SYSOUP, and this is a I will write class B, that is a child. Okay. Now set, and if here I will create a main method and object b1 equal to new b and run b1 dot test. So basically test method, now from here we can access the parent class method, that is a test. Okay. And we can run from here. First save. So this is a class A. Okay. And class is this. Okay. Now I have created the class test 2. Okay. Okay. Then after I will create one more class. See here the class now. Here I have created, if you will write class 2, then you can access the method of the class. Okay. Now what I will do, I will create one more class. This is a class C, that will be a grandchild of the A, which is basically import the property of A and B both. A and B both. How it is will how it will import the A and B both. Let me show you. This is class A, parent class. This is a child class of the parent class, which is extending A, B class is extending A. Now I will created the class C, that will extend, that will extend B class. So now this class C have the property of B and also have the property of A also, because A class is B class is extending A. So C class is the grandchild of A. Okay. So C class will have both the property. How they have both the property? Let me show you. Like, I have created a main method inside the C class and create the object C1 equal to new C. Okay. Now if I write C1 dot test, you can see I can access both class A method and class B method. This shows this is basically a, sub child or grandchild, which can access the property of parent class and is father father and grandfather also. Okay, that is the basic. So now I think it is clear what is a multi-level inheritance. Similarly, we can call C1 dot test now test 2. Okay. And similarly, you can create a here also one method public avoid test and SYSOUP. This is a sub child class, and here you can call a C1 dot test. Oh, sorry, I should name the chain as a 3. Now I will test 3. In this way, you can call that. Okay. Running job. Where is mouse is not working? Okay. Now you can see class A, class B, and subchild. Okay, clear, clear. Now let's move on the third category of the inheritance, that is a hierarchical. So what happens in hierarchical? One parent have two child. Means one parent have the two child. Means uh, uh, this is parent class A. Okay, this is a child class B. That is a child first. This is a child first, which is extending from parent class B. Similarly, this is a child C that also will extend from parent class A. Okay, this is basically a CHILD child 2. Okay, now, okay, so this is a parent class A. These are two child, sorry, two two child in the class B, one child which is extending the parent class A, and child C, which is the second child which is extending the parent class A. Now what I will do? Now parent class have a one method that is a test. So you can access this test method from both the child. How you can access the from both the child? Same way. This is its method name is test. Okay. This in this way you can access and run. You can access the class A method. Similarly here also, this is a child class. We are extending the same, and you can write C1 dot test. Array C1 dot test. Okay, in this way. So in this way, we have seen single level, multi-level, hierarchical, and multiple and hybrid are basically when we see the when we study the inheritance now, then we will see the what are the multi-level, multiple inheritance and hybrid inheritance. Okay, from there we can access those things. Okay, now coming to the next point, this we have seen single level, multi-level. These are the theory part. You can copy and make the notes. Now, access modifier. So, access modifier we have seen already. Now, let me tell you a few more advanced point, so that if you are experienced, less experienced, if interview asks some question related to the access specifier, you are able to answer. Like access specifier basically control the visibility, accessibility of the class, that is variable, method, and constructor. Okay, so these are the modifier: private, default, protected, public, and this is a class, package, subclass, and outside the class. Okay, so what happened here? If we make a variable or method as a private, then it can be accessed in the same class and cannot be accessed in the subclass or other class. Okay, so, you can make it note down, and you have to tell in this way when the interview will ask you, if you make the variable, method, or anything private, constructor private, then you can access only in the same class. You cannot access in different package, different subclass, or outer side the package. Okay, similarly, if you make the variable, method as a default, okay, default, then it can be accessed in the same class in same package only, but you cannot access in the other subclass and outside the package. Okay, this is the thing. Now, if you make the method variable as a if you make the method variable as a protected, that it can be accessed in the same package, in different package and different package subclass also, but not in outside the package. Okay. Similarly, if you make variable method as a public, then it can be accessed in the same package and different package also, different package sub package and outside the class also. This is the basic definition of the access modifier in a Java. Okay. Now what if a class can be public or default, but cannot be private or protected? This thing I have told you. If class is a public, then it can be accessed from same package and different package also. If you make the class as a default, it cannot be it can be accessed in the if you make the class as a default, then it can be accessed only in the same package. Okay. Similar way, the same scenario will be done in the constructor also. If you make the constructor as a private, if you make constructor private, then its object can be created in the same class only, but not in different class or different package. Means you cannot access. Huh? Generally, if you make the constructor default, then its object can be created in the same class, not in same class only, in the same package, not in the different package. If you make the constructor as a protected, then its object can be created in the same class and in the same package, but not in different package. In public, the same. Its constructor will be accessed from the same package in and some other package also. If you public, you can access from anywhere. So this is the basic access specifier in all the definitions. So you have to note this and all the point, make a note and by heart the all the things. So thank you for this session. We will see you in the next session. Okay.
Contact us for the free job assistance. We will help you to get the IT job. Please like, subscribe, and share the channel for more regular updates from TeQSpoc.